Well, hello and welcome back to Cloud Live. It's great to have you. I'm excited about our next presentation. Conversation I'm going to be having here in a few minutes with one of the senior leaders at iCore, a supplier of ours that we have a lot of experience with, experience closing really big, rich, complex cloud deals with. I want to tell you a little bit about kind of their business and my take on them, where they fit in the portfolio, and then we'll bring in one of their guys to chat with us about their overall solutions. So who is iCore? You may or may not have heard of iCore. They've been around actually for quite some time in the cloud space. They're one of the unique providers that I would classify as kind of born in the cloud supplier. This isn't a legacy provider that added cloud capabilities later. They were really born into the cloud early as a hosted VoIP hosted UC platform, and they now have expanded to include a full suite of cloud solutions. They're headquartered in Northern Virginia, just right there smack in the middle of the DC market. They've been around for over a dozen years. So again, not a fly-by-night organization. These guys go deep. They've got tons of customers, lots of credibility, have a lot of staying power, and will be here for a long time to come. 4 data centers, so a really robust network that they've invested in, with data centers in Virginia and in Illinois, with that kind of geographic, active geo-redundancy that's so important to us and our clients. So where do they fit in our portfolio? We always, again, as a reminder, we talk about the 4 silos of the cloud: infrastructure as a service, software as a service, IT, and then, of course, communication as a service. Where do they fit? Well, they're one of the unique providers in our portfolio that have a very compelling solution in all 4 of these silos. So they do virtual servers and storage and backup. They do hosted exchange and video as a service. They provide full-blown virtual desktop as a service and outsourced help desk support for their clients. Dial 611 to get a live technician. And they also do hosted UC, including very robust contact center solutions that is a really big differentiator for them. So they fit square in the portfolio. But we got a lot of guys in the portfolio, right? There's a lot of companies out there doing cloud solutions. What's unique about iCore? What's kind of the big why? What's the reason why you ought to be thinking more about iCore as your go-to provider for cloud solutions? Here's a couple of reasons that are important for me and maybe for you as well. Here's a company that is extremely profitable. They're nearing $100 million in revenues now, and a company that's been around for a long time with a very healthy base of revenue to continue to build and innovate on. We love their leadership in that space. Here's another one. They do a ton of application integration. Many of your clients have third-party CRMs or custom apps that they've developed that they want to make sure their full UC platform is tightly wrapped around those business processes. iCore has proven that they have the appetite to take on those tough challenges and produce fully customized solutions for your clients that integrate with the applications that they run their businesses on. I love that about them. I also like the fact that they have a complete portfolio of cloud solutions that bridge the gap from basic voice, hosted voice, and to full-blown unified communications, including things like virtual desktop as a service running on VMware View, and then video as a service, where they do multi-party video bridging in the cloud, really removing that barrier of entry for a lot of companies that want to adopt video but can't afford the big price tag. So we love their complete solution. I also love the fact that these guys are focused up market and really come alongside with tremendous pre-sales support resources to help us close big, complex deals. And guys, that's not just talk. We have some of our biggest wins in cloud here at Intelisys have been through iCore because of the exceptional level of selling support they provide. They'll bring in senior level people to help us close these big deals. And we're talking deals that are $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 and more. I love those types of big transactions, and they're expert at helping us win that business. I also love when they go up market, you're dealing typically with an IT group that's a little more advanced, a little more capable. And frankly, a lot of them have told us that they want access and visibility to advanced network management platforms like a SolarWinds. That's a great example. It's typically customers who have wanted those types of visibility tools to manage their networks, but haven't been able to figure out how to get them into the budget and get them approved. I love that iCore bundles in SolarWinds and publishes that to every one of their customers to give them the ability to manage their own network. That really resonates with a lot of our complex IT companies. And then lastly, they've really embraced this idea of turnkey on-site professional installation. Every single time we've done this with iCore, it translates into a great customer experience. It's a really big priority for them, and we love how they make that such a big priority for their customers. So that's my take on the big why. Let's transition this a bit. We want to talk real quickly here about what are some customers that are a great fit for iCore. You've heard me say it before, not every provider is a perfect fit for every client. We know that. But what is the deal that if it looks, walks, talks like this, it's probably a great fit for iCore? Let me give you 3 hypothetical examples. Imagine a customer who is thin on resources and budget, okay? But there are multiple locations, they've got a distributed workforce, and they really want a tightly integrated corporate phone system communications platform that's tightly integrated with their contact center requirements. It's a big, big need for them. And of course, they do want that advanced visibility to be able to manage their own network. And so an advanced NMS platform is a really big priority for them and having those tools available. That would be a great example of a perfect iCore prospect. Let me give you a second one. Here's a customer that is with a competitor today that has already allowed them to integrate with their customized CRM. However, this customer is relocated in several weeks, and they're wanting to make a change in their provider, and they have to pick a provider that can very quickly do some development around those apps to integrate with their business processes they already have in place. And then, to further complicate this, these guys actually have several locations internationally, and they want those international sites to be completely part of this homogeneous kind of international UC platform that all their locations globally are using. That's a big, big complex requirement. It's one that's right up the alley of iCore, who can deliver this all over the globe. And then another last one is a customer who's already adopted Microsoft Lync. They love it for instant messaging and presence. They do a little bit of video through it and so forth. But they now want to develop or deploy a hosted UC platform with a provider that has expertise providing the telephony layer of this integrated with their Lync platform. And they know how complicated that is. It's not just the integration with the telephony platform, but they want tight integration with Microsoft Exchange and SharePoint, and they're struggling to find a provider that really has that expertise. They, of course, also have locations spread across a big geography, and they want to use Lync as a voice app, and in doing that, they know they're going to have lots of users that are remote locations that are going to need help around training. So they have a big user training requirement they've identified. And then lastly, lots of teleworkers that require lots of hand-holding. These are important people that are working in the field that are kind of the money engine for the company. They need this white glove level of support. And so having that tightly integrated with the whole overall experience is a big priority for them.